Most students find it difficult to simplify algebraic expressions. And one of the reasons for that is because of the phobia they have developed over the years in solving math problems. In this channel, in our lesson today, I'll be showing you how to overcome that fear by giving you lots of examples on how to solve problems involving addition and subtraction of algebraic expressions. My name is Justice Johnson. I am reaching you from Lagos, Nigeria, and this is my maths channel, Math Fusions. This is the channel where you learn maths the easy way. If you are new to this channel, please, I want you to consider subscribing. Help me to build this channel. Subscribe, watch my other videos in this channel, also like and comment. You can let me know what you think about our maths video. Now, let us get into the lesson at hand. For the first lesson, for the first example here we are told, simplify the following. 1 upon a minus 2m minus 2 upon a plus 3m. Now, to solve this problem, the very first thing you do is to come here, put your equals to sign, and then you rule a line. Now, the purpose of this line is that we are going to take the denominators a minus 2m and also a plus 3m and look for their LCM. In other words, since this is an algebraic fraction, okay, we are going to solve it like your normal fraction. So since we're having two denominators, we'll look for a common denominator and write it here. Now, to get the common denominator, we take this a minus 2m as a single number and write it here. A minus 2m. Then we also take a plus 3m and write it as a single number. A plus 3m, and we'll put them in brackets. Alright, so that's the first thing we do. Now, the next thing is we are going to cancel a minus 2m and a minus 2m. Then we use the remaining value here, which is a plus 3m, to multiply the 1 that is here. So if we say 1 times a plus 3m is going to give us a plus 3m. Then after that, we write our minus, bring it out here, minus. Then we do the same thing for this. We use the denominator here, a plus 3m, to cancel the a plus 3m in the LCM, and then we left it with a minus 2m. Now, this a minus 2m, we use it to multiply 2. I will write it as 2 into brackets. The bracket means multiplication. So we have a minus 2m. Now, in the next step, we are going to expand this, okay? So we have a plus 3m, then minus 2 times a will give us minus 2a, then minus times minus is plus, that is this minus that is here times the minus here will give us plus, then 2 times 2m will give us 4m, and then we can do this way and leave the denominator the way it is, that is to write it out as a minus 2m, then we also have a plus 3m. Now, in the next step, we are going to show how to simplify this, okay? That is, if you check here, we have at the numerator a, and then we have minus 2a, all right? So a minus 2a, that is 1a minus 2a, will give us minus what? Minus a, all right? And then here we have plus 3m plus 4m, and that will give us what? Plus 7m. So write the value here, plus 7m. Then this minus a plus 7m will be sitting upon your a minus 2m, put it in brackets, and then open another bracket and write your a plus 3m. And there you have it. That is the final answer to this first question, okay? But if you don't want to leave your answer this way, we can go on ahead to also interchange these first two terms here, okay? So if we switch position, the 7m will come up first, then minus a should follow. Then we can rule our line and put our denominator, which is a minus 2m, and then we have a plus 3m. So there you have it. That is the answer to this first question. Now let's quickly move to the second question displayed here. As you can see, okay, here we are asked to solve 3 upon 2 into bracket x plus y, then minus 1 upon 3 into bracket x plus y. Now if you check these questions very well, you will see that the denominator will have something that is common, x plus what? Y. X plus y. So the approach I'm going to use here is, I'm not going to get the LCM directly, but I'm going to factorize the common factor x plus what? X plus y, as you can see here. So in doing so, be mindful that your x plus y is at the denominator. So for that reason, I'm going to rule a line here, okay, and bring out the common factor and write it below the line, which is what? X plus y, okay. That means we need a number at the top here. And if you check what we have here, here we have 3, and the number we have here is 1. So what is the common factor of 3 and 1? Of course, you know that is what? That is 1. Then, since we have written out the h.c.f, okay, we are now going to introduce a bracket, and then we'll write the content of the bracket. How do we get the content of the bracket? First thing you notice that you have already pulled out your x plus y. So which means this value there is no longer there. You'll be left with 3 upon 2. So you write it out here, 3 upon 2. Then this is what? Minus. We'll do the same thing here. We have pulled out your x plus y. We'll be left with what? 1 upon 3. So we have 1 upon 3. Okay. So what we are going to do next is, we are still going to write out our 1 upon x plus y. Okay. And this is multiplying into what? We are going to resolve this value here. Now the LCM of 2 and 3 will give us 6. So write it out here, 6. Then 2 we divide 6 3 times 9 will give us 3 times 3 will give us 9. Pardon me for that, I was ahead of myself. Now here we have 3 into 6 will give us 2. 2 times 1 will give us 2. So finally, what we are going to have here as the final answer is, if we subtract 9 minus 2, that will give us 7. So we have 7 upon 6 multiplied by this, okay? So 9 minus 2 will give us 7, okay? Now let's write it out. 1 upon x plus y multiplied by 7 upon 6. Now this means that the 7 will multiply the 1 to give us 7. Then 6 will multiply x plus y to give us 6 into bracket x plus y. And this is going to be the solution to this second question. I believe you are understanding the concept being taught here, and that you are understanding it. Now let us move on quickly to the third example. Now in this third example, we have that 6 upon a minus 2a, all right, then plus 6 upon 2b minus a. Now when you are dealing with algebraic expressions, especially the ones that have fractions, always check the denominators. If you check what we have here, you will see that we're having a, and in the other denominator we're having minus a. So the two numbers, they are opposite to each other, okay? So this is a, this is minus a. And the next term in the first denominator we have minus 2b. And that of the second denominator we have 2b, which means they are opposite numbers, okay? So which means, since we're having one part of the denominator that contains the opposite to what we have in the first one, we have to resolve that. Now how do we resolve that? Here's how we'll go about it. We introduce our equality sign. Here we write our 6, we rule our line, and then we write out this first denominator, a minus 2b. Now here's what we are going to do. Since we are having 2b minus a, from our first lesson, I would like you to go and watch that video after this, okay? Our 2b minus a, I showed to us from our previous lesson that if we want to rewrite this, we can put it as minus into bracket a plus 2b. And if you evaluate this, you are going to have minus a, okay, here should be minus, sorry. Then if we evaluate this, we're going to have minus a plus what? 2bb. So this minus that is here is going to change this value that we got here, which is plus. We are going to change it to the opposite because the numbers here, they are in their opposite form. So when we want to correct it, when we want to put them in the original form, then this sign will also change to the what? To the opposite. So from the positive sign, it will change to negative. Then we'll write our 4. And then instead of writing 2b minus a, we are going to write a minus 2b. And there you have it. That is how we solve this, okay? So you must do this if you want to get the answer to this question. Now, we are going to rule a line. Since we are having two denominators, we have to get the common denominator. And you will also see that the denominators are the same. So we take them as 1, a minus 2b. Then we go on ahead to subtract the numerator, 6 minus 4. And in doing this, finally, we are going to arrive at 2 upon a minus 2b. So that is going to be the answer to this question. Now, before we summarize, I will want to summarize with a fourth example. And this fourth example is a little bit trickish, and we are going to apply the concepts we have gotten so far in this lesson in example 2 and 3. Now let us solve this problem. 1 upon 4 into u minus v minus 1 upon 5 into v minus u. Now in solving this problem, we put our equality sign. Then we write 1 upon 4 into u minus v. Then we'll close the bracket. Now be mindful of the denominator as I said before. Alright, here we have u minus v, and here we have v minus u. If you check, you see that the letters are in the opposite form in the second denominator here. Here, the v is minus v, while here it is positive v. The u is minus u, it's plus u, while here it is what? Negative what? Negative what? U. So which means the contents here, they are in the reverse, the opposite of what we have here. So if we have to return it back to normal, then this minus sign will change to what? Will change to plus. So that means I'll come here to write plus, then 1 upon, then we have 5 into, if you interchange this, now you're going to have u minus what? Minus v. Alright, so if you observe again, you will see that we're having a common denominator, which is what? U minus v. We are going to factorize it out, okay? And how do we factorize it out? To bring it out as u minus v, okay? And then we introduce our bracket. Then, like we did before in the previous example here, if you check what we have here now, if I put my fingers here in u minus v, okay, you see we're going to be left with what? 1 upon what? 1 upon 4. So write it out, 1 upon 4, then plus, then you'll be left with what? 1 upon 5, because we have moved that to u minus v. Now from what we have here, finally, we are going to simplify what is in the bracket here. We have 1 upon u minus v, then into, this will give us the LCM is what? 20. And if we divide 20 by 4, we have 5 times 1, that will give us 5, plus divide 20 by 5, you have 4 times 1, then we have 4. Now, in the next step, we are going to multiply these contents outside the bracket, which is 1 upon u v, okay? We are going to multiply it out with the result we have here, which is 5 plus 4 is 9 upon 20. Then eventually, the final answer for this question will become 9 times 1, which is 9 upon, this is 20 times u minus v. We are going to have 20 into u minus v. And there you have it. This is now the solution to this problem. I'm sure you enjoyed this lesson. Please let me know what you think about this lesson and the method that I used in solving this problem. I would sure like to hear from you. Leave your comments in the comment box and I will reach back to you. Okay. Now, thank you and remain blessed. Stay tuned and be with me. Join me in this channel for more math lesson coming up.